engineer suit. And then we can craft a new tactical show vindicator. It boasts 70 to 247 mechanical damage. And now I kind of have to think, do I want to actually do Gangnam? Do I want to get to level 24 and use Gangnam? I mean, this is like insane boost, right? And 50% of it is like 30 more damage. So it's definitely a thing. I don't know though. It's probably not gonna be like before we do that. It's probably better off using recklessness. But I'm kind of building tank. I say we just use it for now because it's gonna be a long while until I can even reach level 24. And in the meantime, I'll try to find something higher quality than this. Okay. So that's a shotgun upgrade. Vagabond can now retire. Alright guys, so here is somewhere in the upper cave. I came here in order to test the shotgun damage. So we are up against the industrial robot. I modified my shotgun so that it no longer have the randomness to the damage output. It's always gonna deal 300 base damage. So what I'm gonna do is I prepare a save before I just engage this robot. I'm now going to just shoot once using 4 type of different bullet. It's always deal same damage since the damage is now fixed, right? Okay, so without exposing weakness, this is the damage that you can expect. I'm only able to click once because otherwise the 6th shot will boost my damage output. Okay, so that one is a green shell, yellow shell. Okay, we got what we want, and let's do another test where I use expose weakness to drop resistance and threshold, and then we click twice. Click once. Okay, expose weakness, yellow shell. Okay, collect all the data I need. So I check the recall and try to compare the result. So for heavy armor target like industrial robot, right? A surprising outcome is that if you are able to always hit it under the exposed weakness effect, somehow the yellow shell, the weak one, end up becoming the king, since the base damage is so high that if you manage to reduce the defense, it became the king. I mean, it makes sense. It's supposedly be used against weak, like no armor target, right? But there's some issue. Because I was trying to compare to non-heavy armor target, right? So I just simulated against 40% 20 DT, because if you try to see actually against that, so this is the light armor, right? 33%/10, and this is the somewhat of a middle to heavy armor, 44%/24. So I just picked 40%/20 as like a middle point, and under this circumstance, somehow the 12P come back and become the king again. Like whether you apply exposed weakness or not, Cyan Xiao in this scenario is the king. It's still the highest damage on par, equal with the red shell, and with the exposed weakness applied, it becomes the highest damage. So the key takeaway you already know. You use red shell as like a 99% default option, and if you know you are going to use exposed weakness to combo, then you use yellow. My complaint is that against defensive mechanic is not complex enough to support being calculated with system like shotgun. So it just end up becoming a mess. We got this type of shell that's supposed to have its own uses, but unfortunately just become obsolete because there's no real way for the player to check enemy status before start engaging the combat. In comparison, Divinity Original Sin 2 allow you to check exactly enemy status, every single part of it before you start a fight, so you can plan ahead. And in this game, you even have to look up wiki to even know the info, and I don't know, this is not even actually true. This is written by other player and the math check out, but I feel like what if this is wrong, right? There's no real way to know. Alright, so no way to avoid this. We eventually have to get into the draw if I want to finish this playthrough, so whether I like it or not. have to deal with this. High frequency emitter. Some boys here. Who has the highest health? The hammer guy who's funny here has the highest health. How do I want to kill him? I think I manually enter combat, throw a flashbang, and just spear throw. I think that's how I want to kill them. Let's test how close I can be. Actually, that's my closest. This is gonna be a little bit rough though. I don't ever think I can land the spear throw. It's gonna be heavy safe scamming, which is a little bit silly. Gonna be me abusing this. And just do this until I land it. Oh, it landed on the first try. Oh wait. Oh well. I mean, sure, whatever. Let's sprint away. Try to bait them to engage me. Okay, who has? I don't know who's holding what. I can't tell who is more certainly. I can only like. Okay, why do I need to go? Oh my god. Sure. Okay. Yeah, now the funny shit just begins. This one guy just throw a grenade and almost one-shot me because his grenade somehow can fucking crit. Yeah, there's a feed. Oh, 3-pointer. This is supposed to be like a meme tier feed that allow you to 10% chance to hit. But all the endgame NPC have this. It's just very stupid. I'm already like frustrated from that. I didn't lose, I didn't die. I landed a spear on the first try. I'm still feel frustrated just because 3-pointer exists and will continue to hunt me. Oh my god. Strange. I think there are 3. I think there are more than 2. Just my thought. Just my suspicion. No, it's only 3. Okay, so now I need to wait till a good chance to strike. There's a Praetorian guy. I need to make sure he's not nearby. The freezer. Need to make sure he's not nearby, but I also need to act fast. Basically, need to kill them in this very turn and then just walk away. If you're a dedicated stealth build, you can probably run across them, run past them, I mean. But not for me, because I'm not a stealthy, not stealthy enough. Okay, anyone within my sight? I don't think so. In that case, just going to kill you. Gonna stand here until I can enter stealth. I guess that's not happening. I assume it's because of how he almost spotted me. Or not. In that case, I think I walk towards north. I don't think there's anyone inside the mall there. What the hell? Oh, this is a stealth guy. This stealthy psychopath. Maybe I was just unlucky. I don't know. I feel like. Oh, so there's a scanner. I suppose I did kind of get scanned. So yeah, that was like the perfect moment for the two patrol to be both on this side, which kind of ruined my plan. So I'm just gonna wait for one more reset, and if that still doesn't work, then I'll find another way. I don't know. I could also try like this. No, I don't think that's gonna work. I think here is okay. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I can no longer end combat. Ugh. How about I just like full stealth? How about I just don't fight anyone? Because the game is basically telling me to do that. Can I even afford to do this? And also, why do I only have 25 AP? Oh my. Okay, fine, gang. I get it. I get the message. The message is telling me to not fight anyone. Because like a 40 decked out endgame build cannot take any fight. Sure, whatever. I'm already so frustrated. Yeah, that's not gonna work either. No problem, buddy. This is dominating difficulty. Ah, shit. The patrol guy. How can I hope to... This nuker is so annoying. This is literally my only play. Okay, so we're gonna wait until he patrols to the spawn and then just murder him. On the plus side, at least PS Roy is have been doing all the work here. Oh. Okay, some cash. Nothing. I prefer to place it here. Or the whatever scene. Can potentially come back and loot scene, but right now I don't really wanna split my focus. So that was like roughly 10% down. Let me stand here to make sure there's no stealthy boy around here. Okay, so there's a guy inside. Okay, and there's no one else inside the same shop. Just grab his stuff and move on. Into stealth. Continue to strike down other people. Okay, so it's 4 people, 5 people in the room. No way we fight that. Okay, good news is that if we manage to go here, it's a completely isolated environment. But I don't know. Since I'll eventually need to... Okay, I can go this way. And it doesn't seem like other people will know. So this seems to be the safe spot for me to stand in. In that case, we will just be here. Can he see me though? What's the house? 400. 450. Not very strong. Just kill him. It's a force crit, so he's always going to kill. Unless I bottom roll or something. And then... this land as well. Alright, we wait for stealth. Okay, we did it. We did the thing. Oh, I'm glad it was that easy. Because when I was playing heavy gunner, oh, that was when I had no option to stealth. This whole mode was a pure nightmare. I later learned how you're supposed to do it. It's just to get yourself contaminated round, to just shoot shitload of toxic cloud and full supply combination debuff. But I mean, it doesn't help with the core issue. The core issue is that they will just rush in. There's like 30 lunatics on the map, right? They rush in, they stun you, they throw a lot of fire, lightning, ice damage across you, the damage type that cannot be easily mitigated. And then you just die. Not to mention all the doppelganger they can summon. Okay, so this is a metal figurine. The singing that is required for you to get into Institute of Trot. So we just retrace our step and back out from this shithole. Right? And Swing will have a lot of dialogue in between NPC. I will still play it, but if you want to skip, then skip to whatever's appear on the screen. By the way, the dialogue for this part is strange. You know, Underrail is usually semi-serious. The dialogue usually makes sense. but somehow the exchange between you and this guy feels like some 15 years old. Right? This I don't know. It's like edgy and dramatic in a childish manner. Okay, then you have to go through another job interview. what happened to my computer here? Like spike a little bit. Okay, very important that you say you're not a spy, otherwise the entire institute will turn hostile towards you. Okay. That was the initial phase of the job interview. It's just like real life. It's unnecessarily long and exhausting. Funny enough, this is the most considerable job interview you have had. Mostly people don't care about Mostly people don't care about considering the possibility that maybe you stuffing too much information in one go is not a good idea. Yeah, I was not even reading it that clearly, and even then my eyes still feel hurt. So we're going to end the session here, and then we'll continue next time. Hey, Edited Dimmy here. The rest of this episode is just me doing shopping tour inside Institute of Trot. If you're not interested, feel free to skip to the next one. Thank you.